Hello, everybody, and welcome into this AFC South show 206. We finally crossed over that 200 mark, and now we're weeks away from the start of training camp. The football itch is getting near to that point where we no
2
longer want.
weeks to the Hall of Fame game, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like the scratch is about to get itched,
Finally.
and it's fine. We're getting to that point. So. My name's Curtis, the host of this AFC South show, as well as That Real Texas Team podcast. With me, as always, my resident Jaguars fan, Isaiah, a.k.a. the Glitter Kitty Conquistador, host of Third and Teal, and the source for your mother's wet dreams. Isaiah, how you doing?
Pretty good. Just married now, so that's cool.
Fucker.
I never realized how many projects I could not do because I don't know about them, but I should have.
All of them.
It's the rest of my life, and I'm so excited for it. But I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Work's good. Jacksonville hopefully will be good. A lot of hope, and I've been disappointed before, so we'll see. But let's hurrah! Well, here's to a new organization, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, it's basically a whole new generation over there. So
yeah, I mean, we actually cleaned house for the first time in 40 years. So
yeah.
I mean, you got freaking what was Liam Cohen's famous Duval creepy soundbite that's world famous now.
Duval,
like 5-second pause for the Duval clip, and go.
Anyway, down here at the bottom right, we got Justin, host of Kingmaker Sports, co-host of Tag Team Talk, co-host of Unstabled. If you're looking for Colts information, if you're looking for fantasy football information, or if you want to talk about what's going on in the squared circle, you've come to the right place. Kingmaker Sports, Justin is your man. Justin, how you doing?
Man, we do have it all going on, man. I am busy, but tell you what, I'm having a blast. Don't get me wrong. I love Dynasty season right now, which is a lot of what we're going over on Kingmaker Sports. We just did our first redraft, mock draft 1.0. But, bro, I'm ready to see some football on TV. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm ready. There's nothing like Sunday morning. Nothing like it. But you know what? It's almost here. I'm being patient. I'll get a little taste of it in a couple of weeks. Training camp's going to start for everybody, so rookies are going to be showing up. So this is going to be nice. We're going to have a little more content online on the Twitters or the X's, or I don't know what you should call it. I still call it Twitter, man. I don't know what you're supposed to call it, but online's all I got to say. But yeah, no, it's gonna be a fun ride the next couple of weeks. But stay tuned.
Hell yeah! Down at the bottom left, co-host of Titans Table for Two. We also have it as Two Men with a Beard. And our resident Titans fan, Andrew. How you doing?
Doing good, brother. Doing good. Like Isaiah was saying, is it the season of optimism? We're all trying to be optimists right now.
Yeah.
So
in the NFL, about this time of the year, hope springs.
Everybody's Super Bowl winners right now, baby.
Yep.
This is our year for everybody.
The Titans haven't lost a game yet, so it's a win.
Exactly.
Yeah. The Browns probably have, though.
They keep losing somehow.
They can't win. They can't. I don't know if it's the curse of Paul Brown or what.
I saw a thing, and it was like update on the Jaguars trade, and it was the pictures of what's his name throwing up in training camp, the D lineman, and then Quinshon Judkins getting arrested, and I'm like, yep, that's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing all right.
By the way, speaking of wins and losses,
Browns.
the new college football has a roast for the FSU that is freaking hilarious. I was watching a clip. If you play Florida versus Florida State at Florida State, apparently the announcer has the chance to say that they had more inches of snow in this stadium than wins last year.
Oh crap!
That shit is hilarious. I fucking hate FSU.
Did you guys know that
for $90 I'm not going to find out?
No, No.
Not
Did you guys know that
paying
Randy
$90.
Moss went to FSU for a season, and because he didn't start, he transferred to Marshall?
I did not know
Well, FSU looks like a dumbass school right now. If
Well, they
that's
always look
true.
like a dumbass school. I mean, they started, DJ Ungulele?
DJ was supposed to be like another like generational talent,
Didn't.
but that didn't work out.
He's
Yeah.
a generational fuck up.
Yeah,
For
he
real.
was supposed to be Clemson's next guy, and well, Cade
that.
Klubnik's
One
the
game
guy
he
now,
played
so.
for Trevor, we all thought he was going to be great. He looked so
He-
good that one game.
Well, and that's what everybody was going off of that one game.
Well, then
That's
he was,
why,
but he was like a 5-star coming out. He was pretty highly touted coming
yeah.
out.
But how many times we see 5-stars come out and don't do well in college, and then like
Every
Heisman
year at
winners
UT.
like don't do good in the NFL, and just things like that. It's just
No.
it's
True.
It's hard to tell nowadays.
Well, look, folks, if you're a Texans fan, if you're going to be in the area for the Texans training camp, you might see Justin's face walking around with his brother, who I assume kind of also looks similar to Justin. They'll be wearing these shirts with some QR codes on the back. One will lead it directly to Kingmaker Sports, one directly to That Real Texas Team podcast. If you see them, walk up to them, say hello. They're friendly. I promise they're not going to bite unless you ask to. And then, maybe
The only
we'll
bites we're going to give are sound bites. So we'd love to get your takes. We're going to be walking around with the phone doing interviews. So man, come up to us. We're friendly.
Damn right. All right, gentlemen. So 30 of the 32 second round draft picks have been unsigned to this point, and it's partially the Texans who are to blame.
It's 100% the Texans to blame.
Partially, I mean, he was our first pick in the whole draft, so I mean, I get trying to, we're gonna spend
It's
some money.
y'all's fault. It's y'all's
Fuck it.
But he was the 34th pick though. It's not like he was 60th. Like
He was the
he's
first second round pick ever to sign a full. So it is out of the norm.
It is out of the norm. It is unprecedented. I
But
get that.
it's like I
But
said-
he's number 34. I mean, number 32. If number 32 gets a fully guaranteed deal, no one bats an eye. Number 34 got one. Like, let's freak out! Oh my god!
It's the 1.32 instead of the 2.34. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Not that I'm not saying it's a problem. I think Jaden Higgins is gonna be a good player, but the stall is because it's 100%.
two
because
spots.
of that.
People
I'm
are
not
freaking out
saying
over
it's
2
fault,
draft spots.
but the reason
Yeah.
it stalled is because of the Texans.
Yeah, I
Not
get
like
it.
a fault, whatever. I'm not like
But with
casting
him
blame.
being their first pick in the entire draft this year, I mean, that's pretty much that 5th-year option kind of balanced out, because they're not going to have that rookie first round 5th-year option. So why not give him the full guarantee the way I see it?
Right. I think it's the way Houston was looking at it. But it's kind of gave the rest of the NFL a whole lot of issues, including Texans' second round draft pick, Ariante Ursary, who is also yet to sign his rookie deal. But I believe he's the only one that is yet to sign out of the entirety of the Texans draft class.
That's our second round pick's the only one who hasn't signed too.
Yeah. So it's holding up a lot of people. I think, like I said.
So you're talking about 30. Jaden Higgins was the first second round pick signed, fully guaranteed. That means Carson Schwettinger picked before him in the second round, the first pick of the second round. We're gonna have to give you a full guaranteed contract now. The person picked after you is gotten one, but now so pick 36 is not gonna sign until he sees what pick 35 does, and so on. So if you're pick 64. Your guy's not. He's gonna be the last person in the draft
sign anytime soon, though.
But no one's gonna sign until the person in front of them signs.
No, I'm just saying that's Quinshaw Judkins.
Oh yeah,
I don't think he's gonna sign.
They'll skip him other than him. But what I'm saying in general, like no one's gonna sign until the person in front of them signs.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. If you're the player,
fully guaranteed or not. Well, unless 35 comes out and doesn't get fully guaranteed, then the rest of the round. But as long as they keep dominating fully guaranteed contracts. No one's going to sign until
at one point you have to say, okay, you're far enough down in the second round to where like we're not doing that. I don't care what number. Let's say 38.
A week away from trading
39. Yeah, like it's put up or shut up because Mike Tomlin had a great quote one time. He said it's hard to jump onto a moving train, and what he meant by that is the train being the team is already in motion. The team's already got chemistry. We're already rolling. Like, it's hard for you to catch up.
Yep.
Because we're not going to stop just for one player. You did this to yourself. So, man, these rookies need to figure it out. Like, these are second-round picks. Like, yes, these are still great players. Don't get me wrong. But, like, dude, you need to figure out what's best for your career. Do you care about an extra $1 million, or do you care about being a valued member of this team for the long term? Because training camp is coming, and you need to get this done before training camp. Time is running out every second.
I agree.
Yeah. Yep. The only one of us who are immune to this situation are the Jaguars, who cleverly traded up with a collection of picks to get Travis Hunter, and they don't have to worry about a second round pick. So
Coincidence? I think not.
I think not. Not to mention that the guy that was picked with our second round pick was in jail. He's already out, NFL player and all, but DUI. Woo.
So before we move on to that, I want to look at a couple of these names that are unsigned out of the second round right now that could really, really be hurting their stock. I mean, obviously we mentioned Quinshon Judkins. He hurt his own stock. That dude can go kick rocks for all I care. But like Luther Burden, for one, like you're already like going to be in a crowded wide receiver room with an elite Roman Dunze and a highly paid DJ Moore. Do you think you really need to be doing this? Like Ben Johnson, and they're going to pass you up and just not even think about you. You need to get your stuff together. And then
hold on. I don't think that everybody's holding out per se. I think Trey Harris is the only one who's actively holding out from camp. Everybody else is there. They're just not signed.
Well, Trey Harris
they won't be able to participate in camp. They were able to participate OTAs. They can do all that, but they can't participate in camp.
Which is weird. They all went to rookie mini camps. They all went to OTAs. They did all that.
There's something about like the pay. Like if you get hurt there, you're covered. But if you can't get hurt in training camp without a contract or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know the fine details about that. And I get it. There's no pads at all. Like it's just helmets really in mini camps and OTAs. But still, I mean, you could tear your ACL cutting in and out of a route. I mean, you could get hurt regardless. Like non-contact happens all the time. But there's some of these guys that they need to reevaluate this stuff. Like Terrence Ferguson with the Rams. Like you already have a guy in front of you, bro. Like you need to fit the tight end they drafted. Elijah Arroyo for the Seahawks. You already got like a veteran in front of you. Trey Harris, bro. Look, I get it. QJ Quentin Johnson has not been like very popular, like very great. He was touted coming out of TCU, but still, like he's the established veteran ahead of you. If you want to win that job, you need to show up to training camp, or else you're just going to get left behind. Because Harbaugh's the coach there; he don't play that junk. So I don't know. RJ Harvey, bro, they just signed J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins is, if you keep this mess up, Sean Payton is too much of a veteran coach to play these kid games. He's not going to do that. He's like, all right, RJ, you want to do that? Like, all right, you're going to sit on the bench. You're going to get a couple snaps. JK, you're the guy, bro. Go out there and do it. Especially after JK showed like he's back to form and doing well. Like, come on, man. So some of these guys need to figure out like what do you really think is best for your career? You think that agent just cares about his commission? That's it. If he's the one telling you, just wait. Okay, dude, like when you don't get snaps and you don't get anything to put on tape, talk to your agent.
Yeah. Well, and then in other news with the NFL draft, the biggest story coming out of it at this point is the fact that Shamar Stewart remains unsigned for the Cincinnati Bengals, and he could be on a track to do something that hasn't happened in a long, long time, being the first person, I believe, since the 80s to be drafted twice. If he does not sign his rookie deal by the Tuesday after week 10, he is no longer eligible to play in 2025 and will be eligible to put his name in the 2026 NFL draft. And he can be selected by any team with the exception of the Cincinnati Bengals. So obviously we kind of talked about it a little bit before we started, but the Bengals are trying to do some shady contract shit that realistically should not be allowed in the NFL. With, they're basically trying to add a bunch of situations where they can void it if he doesn't, show up to camp with a certain weight or whatever. And that's just not what Shamar wants to deal with at this point. As we know, the Bengals hate to spend money. Look at Trey Hendrickson. It took them way too long to extend T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, and they backed up the Brinks truck for Joe Burrow, obviously to keep him in town, but
As they should have.
As they should have. But the rest of the team is kind of falling apart. And if they can't kind of get some things rolling in the right direction, I don't see Zach Taylor and company being around much longer. And if it's still Mike Brown who's calling the shots for the Bengals, they might be fucked.
I didn't really agree with them giving T all that money. Like, you just gave Jamar all that money. You gave Burrow all that money. Like, you had other weaknesses that you needed to address, like bad weaknesses that you needed to address. I don't think paying T. Higgins was the answer there, man. Like, you offer him a contract that's team friendly, and then if you don't take it, man, he don't take it. Now I understand. Look, it's hard to find better receivers than T. Higgins. I'm not gonna front about that, but at the end of the day, like, you're a business, man. Like, you got other holes that you need to fill on that team, not just on the offense. Your offense looks pretty good, don't get me wrong, but you're gonna have to be putting up 50 points a game to win games because your defense is trash. Because Trey Hendrickson doesn't really want to be there. Like, he's not happy. So I don't know what they're thinking over there.
Yeah. It's kind of the curse of the Bengals. Have a decent offense and a shit defense. It's gotten them to 2 Super Bowls, but technically 3. But, the third one with Joe Burrow was a lot more, the defense played beyond their capabilities for a season, made those crucial stops on third down kind of thing. And then the next season fell back down to reality.
No, that was all Lou Anarumo, bro. Colts' new defensive coordinator. Come on.
Yeah, that's what it isn't.
So does that mean the Colts are going to be going to the Super Bowl?
No.
What do you think?
No.
Okay.
If the Colts go to the Super Bowl with Daniel Jones,
dude,
that'd be like
literally anybody can go to the Super Bowl if that happens.
Literally, Rex Grossman can do it for the Bears. Then fuck, anything's possible.
Well, that was Brian Urlacher. Really, that was Brian Urlacher in the Bears, not Rex Grossman in the Bears.
Devin Hester was the offense.
Let's not talk about Hester. That had my heart pumping so hard, bro. That opening kickoff.
Yeah. What a game. So would anybody be surprised if Shamar Stewart actually goes unsigned throughout all of this?
No, I think he's going to.
At a certain point, if he's not signed by a certain date, right? If he's not signed by a certain date, he cannot play.
Correct.
After week 10.
Oh, week 10? I don't think it'll last to week 10. Just because the Bengals defense is going to be so bad that they're going to think like, okay, we have to pay him. But the problem therein lies is now, is he going to be all cocky and stuff and make his number try and go up if that defense sucks, to say, oh, I'm the missing piece?
Well, the number is set. It's just about guaranteeing it and all the weird language they're trying. The number can't change.
Yeah.
Due to the rookie scale. But it's just about them trying not to guarantee his contract like every first round pick always gets.
So then at a certain point, if you're losing games and your defense is trash and you think Shamar Stewart is the missing link, then just guarantee the money, dude.
Yeah. Just give him the damn money.
And at some point, like, the relationship is just going to be too scarred to do anything.
Yeah. Is that worth it? Think about that. Like, this kid could be like your answer for the next 10 years.
How dumb are the Bengals going to look if they don't get this done?
Yeah, and he balls out for another team. Like, if he has to go and get drafted next year, like, how dumb are they going to look? Now, don't get me wrong, he won't be drafted in the first round next year if he goes back in the draft. He'll probably fall to the second round. But And I guess from what it looks like, we're gonna have another holdout for guaranteed money again.
Okay. So the last player
Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson,
The
1986.
Buccaneers drafted him, and he told them
That
not
worked
to
out pretty
before the
good.
draft. He at least said, "Don't draft me," because they messed up his college baseball career, I think.
And then the Raiders drafted him in the 7th round of 1987.
And then he's like on the all-time what could have been team.
Yeah. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Shamar Stewart's going to have Bo Jackson style career, obviously. But it does put him in some interesting company. I mean, not many people in the history of the league have just been like, I don't know, so quickly shit on by the franchise that drafted them.
Yeah.
Other than like, I don't know, Ryan Leaf.
Yeah, I think something that nobody's really talking about and not understanding about the situation with Jamar Stewart, really quick. If he can't go back and play for the Texans, he can't go back and play another year in college. He has to sit out the entire season. If he plays for A&M, first of all, he would have to go through a court. Technically, he can, but he would have to go. He'd have to go to court, and then he'd have to win his plea deal or like an appeal. And then if he's granted the appeal, though, and he plays, the Bengals still hold his rights next year.
Does he still have eligibility?
Yes. Or technically, he could probably pull a COVID year. They gave out like 2 COVID years, but he could probably still pull his COVID year.
Well, Bo Nix played for like 9 years.
Yeah, I mean, some of those guys play forever. But so he would literally have to sit out and not play a single snap at any level for the entire season to go back into the draft. If he goes back to Texas A&M, he goes through the appeal process, he gets approved. The Bengals still hold his rights. The only way he doesn't get to go back to the Bengals is if either they change the contract and he signs, or he does not play a single snap of football anywhere this season, unless he may be able to go to a different league, but I'm pretty sure even then, technically, the Bengals still hold his negotiating rights.
Yeah,
because the UFL is still professional football, so
yeah. Well, I mean, back in the day,
in there.
what was it? Was it John Elway that got drafted by somebody? No, Jim Kelly that got drafted by somebody, and then he was like, "I don't want to play for y'all," and went and played for the CFL for a little bit, and then came back and got picked up by the Bills. But the NFL had done like a supplemental draft of all the CFL players 2 years before the USFL even collapsed, just in the event that it happened. Because they back then they were guaranteeing more money for the player, so everybody was jumping ship and going over there and playing. So I imagine something like that will probably happen. It's been a while since we've had a good supplemental draft.
Yeah.
All right. Well, gentlemen, we got anything else we want to talk about? Anything AFC South related?
No. Nothing really going on right now.
I mean, I know.
Yeah, I mean, it is a lull, but what's this news about PFF ranking the offensive lines, and guess who was at the very bottom of it? The Texans.
The Texans.
So
I can see that.
Now, look, I get it. There's no name recognition on the Texans and stuff like that, but I feel like they're a little overreacting to this. Larry Tunsil was a big name, don't get me wrong, but he wasn't this lights out lineman that people think that he's not. I mean, you hear his name called because,
in a pass pro sense, yes, but run blocking and pre-snap stuff, that's where Laramie has his issues.
I mean, if you're costing me a bunch of penalties, I don't think you're a great lineman.
No, I'm with you. I mean, that's why when we got rid of him, I wasn't just upset.
I understand the reasoning, though. Like, I just pulled it up, and like, so they say the presence of veterans Laramie Tunsil and Shaq Mason prevented an already shaky Texans offensive line from being even worse in 2024, which it wasn't great. And the team cut ties with both this offseason. Now there's very little reason to suggest the group isn't deserving of number 32 ranking. I mean, my thing is, like, you get rid of Tunsil, and it's not like they brought in like a middle of the pack to top, like Cam Robinson arguably had like one of the worst tackle seasons last year, out of any tackle. He had I think he gave like 8 sacks or something like that. Like, he had a really bad year for a left tackle.
Yeah.
And then they bring in the rookie, where he's going to be the right tackle or is he going to be guard? Where is he playing?
Ariante Ursary.
Yeah.
He'll be a tackle. Which
Tackle.
tackle is not to be determined yet.
Yeah, because you still have Titus Howard.
He'll
And
be a
depending on
guard.
he's going to be a guard. So, like, the center is still, I don't know, man.
Center's
I don't know.
brand new.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
There's just a lot of unknown.
Yeah, there's so much unknown,
And what is known isn't good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like Cam Robinson, he's shown in the past he can let up 1 or 2 sacks in a season and play pretty well. It's like he could be really good, but like based off the last 2 seasons, it's kind of what they're probably going off of. And last season especially, doesn't help that he got traded in the middle of the year and was already having a bad year. But like, I can understand the ranking now. Now by mid-season, they may be a middle of the pack or a little bit higher, or they could be a little bit lower. But I understand it right now because I would agree that like the Titans last year and Jaguars last year probably had worse O-lines than the Texans, but they both added players that there either is known or like they drafted guys who were like good prospects. It's kind of with the Texans. We just got to wait and see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild that they put Shaq Mason in the sentence with Laramie.
Yeah, I know. I just read what they said verbatim. I didn't want to. Yeah.
I know. But I mean, Shaq Mason was, for as bad as a lot of the offensive line was last year, a lot of that was actually on his ass.
Yeah, Jacksonville at 26, Titans at 24, and I'm assuming Colts are top 10.
So Colts are number 5, which is, I was kind of shocked at that because losing Ryan Kelly and Will Fries, to still be able to have number 5. I mean, I agree with top 10, but number 5, I mean.
Well, the reason they said it though is because of Nelson and Raymond had a really good year last year. Like they were the top duo in the league. So like when you have a top left tackle and left guard duo, I mean it's really hard to put that any lower than top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we got the Titans came in at 24, Jags at 26, and then Texans at 32.
Yep.
So
I think all those units,
the Colts got to pick up the slack.
Yeah, I know. I think all of those units though could legitimately be like top 16 units this year with the upgrades. I just think that the Texans have the most unknown. But of course, when it comes to D-line, like we're all pretty good. You know, like I will say like the AFC South defensive line is really fucking good.
You're not going to come in here and try and run on the AFC South.
No.
But I mean, there's some. How are you feeling about some of these position battles going into training camp? I mean, what positions are we looking at? What players are we looking to compete for a starting job?
You know, outside of the contract issue, I was hoping Ursary would be out there. But you know, center Jake Andrews, he's been running with the ones all summer. He never really got a chance to play in his short stint in New England because of injury. And then, of course, they already had the entrenched David Andrews ahead of him. But he's come in and he's done well. I need to see how he does because we're tired of Juice Scruggs and we're tired of Jarrett Patterson at center. So if Jake Andrew can come in and fucking be the missing piece, be a center who's fucking average.
Yeah, average at best.
I'm okay. I don't need him to be fucking prime Olin Kreutz or Jeff Saturday. I just need him to be fucking 16 of 32.
I mean, even 20 of 32 or higher would be phenomenal compared to what you have had.
Fucking amen. Beyond that,
when we had Luke Farrell start, or not Luke Farrell, Luke Fortner starting, 32 out of 32 would have been an improvement.
Yeah.
So dude. I've been there, brother. I know how you're feeling.
Yeah. Beyond that, I mean, we're all watching the offensive line, and we're all watching wide receiver 2 through 4.
It's interesting to see how that shakes out.
Yeah. With the 2 rookies, and then you got John Mechie and Xavier Hutchinson. And Christian Kirk is factored in.
I still believe in John Mechie. I mean, I do, dude. I don't really know what else to say about that, but Mechie's had a horrible start to his career.
I mean, the hardest part, I mean, it's a complete uphill battle for him because, like, you know, he has had, of course, the issue, which he can't control that. But, like,
Right.
since he's come back, I mean, what has he had, like, one good game since he came back?
Yeah, but I feel like they haven't given him a fair shake, though, either.
Well,
like,
what I was
going to
say, though, is,
a lot
like,
of targets.
now that they brought in Christian Kirk, they just drafted 2 rookies. Like, he is going to have a very uphill battle to stay on this roster because they could also just find a guy who they end up keeping like off of the practice squad to save money. And I mean, you know, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how they go with that.
No, you're right. I mean, they also brought in Justin Watson and Braxton Berrios.
Mm-hmm.
John Mechie has no special teams upside. So if he's not, you know, actually getting in the rotation a wide receiver, he's just eating up a spot.
Yep.
So I think you're right, Isaiah. It's not just an uphill battle. I mean, it's uphill battle, but he's also pulling weight up this hill. Yeah, I mean, more than likely.
No, I could see him getting picked up by another team who's in need of receivers, like the Raiders or like somebody like that who's like in need of receivers that could give him a shot.
Yeah.
But I just don't think the Texans in their current state are where he'll end up being a player for this season.
No, well, just because they've had to adjust. Like ever since Mechie had his diagnosis, they had to adjust. So they went Tank Dell, and you know this year with Tank Dell like having his injury. Last year, they had to go ahead and get Noel and Higgins. So it's just like all the wrong dominoes are falling in against John Mechie. And I hate that for John Mechie. I love it for the Texans because their wide receivers are looking really solid, man. But, I mean, maybe Mechie does need a fresh start somewhere else.
Yeah,
for his career,
I think that could kick him off to something. I mean, there's plenty of teams who could use like a 4 or a 5 to get some rotational play and, you know, come in and maybe potentially move up. But as of right now, I think the Texans just have too much on their plate at that position, especially when you consider that Dell should be coming back next season. If he's not gone this year, he's gone next year.
Yeah. Mechie to the Titans makes some sense, honestly.
No.
I mean, you've got Calvin Ridley, and then
Mechie.
and
we have a lot of young. The wide receiver room we're already looking at keeping 7 guys. Now, do any of them scream Brian Thomas or Nico? No. But Ridley, Lockett, I think Van Jefferson, because he has a lot of special teams upside too. And he's a veteran. But then, 2 rookies, if you're not even counting Restrepo. But I think Restrepo makes this team too.
I think he probably will.
That's 6 right there. I don't see them letting Bryce Oliver walk either. I'll take that's 7 receivers right there.
Yeah.
So
fair
I'm
enough.
not saying we're having an elite wide receiver room, but I just don't think there's room.
Yeah.
They're not going to let go of any of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can only keep so many. Yeah, and based on your offense too. Now, if you're a pass heavy offense, you're going to keep more wide receivers than normal. But
7's even a lot. I mean, most teams keep 6.
Yeah,
and I mean, I can see. I think we're going to do more passing this year.
Yeah, I think Restrepo.
Arm.
Yeah, I think Restrepo has been putting him. He's been playing good for you guys in camp, but also too, like they're going to guarantee him at least 1 year to make Ward happy.
And then I think he's the Lockett replacement next year. Lockett's only
Lockett's not. Yeah, Lockett's not a.
He's still a good receiver. Don't get me wrong. Like he still played really well last year, but I mean he's getting older for sure. Yeah. He does have a connection, and the thing is, in mini camp, like Isaiah was mentioning, he's been playing well. Not only Cam, but all these quarterbacks are really looking at Restrepo. He just knows how to get open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he's like
and that's the magic. That's the superpower in the NFL is getting open.
He was just down there. It was crazy. There was this wide receiver workout going on. I think it was in Florida. It was like Jamar Chase, Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, like all these, like Jackson Smith and Jigba, like all these crazy. And then it was fucking Restrepo. I was like, how do you? It was with the Chad Ochocinco. I was like, how did you get in here?
Yeah, but think about the people he's learning from. You know,
it's awesome. I'm not complaining about it. It's just weird. It's like, look at. And he was.
No, I went and got Restrepo. I went and paid a 5th round rookie pick for Restrepo for him and Isaiah Bond just because of the huge, massive.
Is Bond
upside.
even signed anywhere yet?
No. His legal stuff is still lingering, but just the huge upside. I mean, because what's a 5th round pick in a dynasty league?
Yeah.
Nothing. If Restrepo hits, boom. If as soon as Isaiah Bond signs somewhere, he's worth a minimum late second round pick. But I'm curious to see what's gonna happen with Isaiah Bond if he's gonna sign after all his legal stuff's done. But dude, Bond could be a good Titans ad. But honestly, I could see Bond going to the Raiders though. He just seems like a Raider type player.
Look, we're all wrong. All these wide receivers that are going to get cut, they're all going to go to the fucking Ravens and do nothing. Okay?
That's the pattern.
Yeah. That Mechie's going to go to the Ravens. They're going to throw the ball at him 3 times in the whole season, and that'll be a wrap. All right, gentlemen, are we ready for 21 through 25 of the top AFC South players of the modern day?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sure.
I do.
So a brief recap. Number 1, Daniil Hunter. 2, Stingley. 3, BTJ. Number 4, Will Anderson Jr. Number 5, Jonathan Taylor. 6, DeForest Buckner. 7, Jeffrey Simmons. 8, Nico Collins. 9, Quentin Nelson. 10, Zaire Franklin. 11, Foyesade Oluokun. Number 12, Kenny Moore. 13, Josh Hines Allen. 14, Joe Mixon. 15, CJ Stroud. 16, L'Jarius Sneed. 17, Calvin Ridley. 18, Michael Pittman. 19, Trevor Lawrence. 20, Trayvon Walker. So, gentlemen, 21 through 25 is what we're deciding this evening. Who wants to nominate somebody for 21?
Wait a minute. Did I hear that right?
What?
Trayvon Walker at 20?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Eric put in some fucking work
So
while
we
I
were
was
about
gone.
to talk, and then he mentioned Trayvon Walker. I was like, I know for a fact Isaiah was about to mention him.
I was actually going to put him in the 21 through 25. Hey, hell yeah, Eric. Put in that fucking legwork, brother. I love you.
Put in that legwork.
Bro, hell yeah. No, I thought he was like 21 through 25.
I'm nominating a Titan at this point. Tony Pollard.
Okay.
TP, huh?
Well, and then hold on. Okay, this is probably the wrong time to bring that up, but Quentin Nelson at number 9 is bullcrap.
Brother.
I know. Like I said, this is the wrong time to bring that up.
You were here the whole time. you were literally there.
But I'm looking at it now. Like we really put Nico Collins ahead of Quentin Nelson. We put Simmons up there. No, not even Buckner or Taylor. But anyways, moving on. Go ahead.
So what, you think you should have switched Taylor
and I just want to point out,
I would
I'm
have
the one
swapped
that
Taylor
brought up
and
Quentin
Nelson.
Nelson,
I
not
really would
him.
have swapped Taylor and Nelson.
I'm the one that brought up Quentin Nelson. Not just...
Well, because I'm over here trying to be nice and not nominate a bunch of Colts. You know, I'm trying to be unbiased.
That's literally why you're
that's
here.
That's kind of my whole thing is to not be unbiased. But
no. Bring that bias, baby.
Okay, let's get back to the 20s.
Yeah. 21 nominated Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard. I got 2 names that I want on this, and he's one of them.
I know the other one.
So 21.
21.
I think Grover Stewart.
21.
Next best.
Grover Stewart's an interesting name. I like Grover Stewart.
Texans.
So
Petrie? Did we put Petrie?
Grover's got to be somewhere in this next 5 because him and Buck are just dominant defensive tackles.
I like Grover a lot.
Yeah, I do too. Petrie's not on the list.
Petrie should be somewhere right here too. Who would be the next Jaguar on the list?
Okay.
Lucon's already there. I mean, I don't really know that, like, genuinely speaking, I don't really know that I have another Jaguar to put on there.
Man, this is tough, dude. Like, I know we're not putting rookies, but fuck, freaking Tyler Warren. We got that sucks. But
Justin,
Just wait till the last episode to have all these qualms. We're gonna get to 24. Like, scrap this fucking list. Let's start over.
Let's start over. Look, there's only two names that I'm nominating for this next 5, and I really don't care in what order
Josh
they go
Downs
in.
and Grover Stewart.
Josh Downs, Grover Stewart. That's it.
Okay.
Jalen Petrie needs to be on here.
So those are my nominations.
I got Tony Pollard and Amani Hooker. I know I've been joking around, but seriously, Amani Hooker deserves to be on this list.
Okay. All right. So Pollard.
I'm cool with him being
Hooker.
25,
All right. and
but
I
he
got
deserves to be on this list.
Downs and Stewart. Okay. And what other two Texans? We can just take freaking 8 guys and just
The only
hack
next
out
the
5.
Texans, and I don't think he deserves to be on this list. I'm sorry, would be Dalton Schultz, but I don't think he's as good as any of these players.
No.
Do we even have a
I
tight
think-
end on the list yet?
I think
No.
Cade
No, because Ingram
Stover.
left.
I think Cade Stover is better than Dalton Schultz, and I think the Texans are going to show that this year. The only problem is Dalton Schultz got paid.
I mean,
Well, we
So
take these 5
Why
guys.
would you take Luke Lackey in the draft, who was a good college tight end, and then you take Cade Stover last year if Dalton Schultz really is that good?
I feel like you forget that the Texans historically just love to fucking draft tight ends.
I mean, fair. That's fair.
We like starting all the way back in like Gary Kubiak era.
Yeah.
There was like a string of like 4 drafts in a row, and including one of those drafts, we drafted 2. So I mean, I'm with you, but like we just fucking love tight ends. I don't get it either. But
We take these 5 guys and rank them. Is really what we're looking at.
I mean, essentially. So we got
I
Okay,
think- here's how I
who are
think
the
you should
Texans
go.
nominations for these next 5?
He only has 1,
yeah,
Okay, who's
Petrie.
that? Petrie. Okay.
and then
All
I
right.
got
And who's the Jags?
no,
You got Pollard and Hooker, right?
yeah.
All
So we
right,
have 5 guys in 5 spots. We need to rank these 5 guys.
No,
And
hold
then-
on. We don't have Isaiah's
He
nominations.
doesn't
I
have
don't,
any.
I don't have anybody. I think we're tapped out on Jaguars.
Okay, perfect. All right, then that solves it. So there's 5.
I
Now
think-
let's figure it out.
I think it's Petrie.
Petrie at 21.
Yeah, and then Grover.
Okay.
I can get behind that.
Now I'm gonna go Hooker at 23.
I know I'm putting Hooker at 25 just because I know y'all are gonna.
I wasn't
Well,
going to say anything.
Okay.
I think we should put him at 26 since he's so underrated. You know, so underrated he's
Deal.
not on the list.
Deal. No take backs. No take backs.
Petrie, Grover, Pollard.
Pollard.
Bro, you ain't putting Pollard over Downs and Hooker.
All. Oh,
That
fucking.
was the
No.
biggest I've ever
No.
seen your eyes.
This is
go.
the same guy also
Pollard.
was like, oh, TTM was better when he had 400 fucking yards last year.
Pollard is definitely over Downs.
No.
Thank you.
Pollard is an
Pollard
actual,
doesn't
like,
mean
number
Pollard
one
doesn't
running
mean as
back.
much to his team as Josh Downs means to his team.
What?
He was our whole offense.
Didn't
last
Pollard
year,
run
man.
for over 1,000 yards and 10
with that
touchdowns?
shitty offensive line and Will Levis throwing the fucking ball?
Downs is a complete utility. He can do everything.
He's
Where
not,
you
he's
at?
not more important.
Yeah, we
than
have-
though.
2-1. What do you think?
Are you me?
Curtis, yeah.
Oh,
be
okay.
me
Huh.
Tiebreaker.
Let's just take a look here
Yeah, let's
At
get
the-
some stat
at
comps.
the old Statolas. All right, so
we got Hooker at 25. So really, we're just
Tony Pollard, 260 rushes, 1,079 yards, 5 touchdowns, averaging 4.2 per attempt. Then we have was that just rushing? That's just rushing. Did he have any receiving?
Like worth
Let
a note.
me see. Scoring summary. Where'd it go? Where the fuck is the receiving? Oh, here we go. Receiving 238 yards on 41 receptions, and how many TDs? Where'd it go? The fuck? I don't like how this looks. It what? All right. It's not. It's there we go. No, I don't find it. I don't know. It's not showing up.
All right.
Anyways, then Downs was 72 receptions, 803 yards, 5 touchdowns. So
Is that his
Okay.
first year?
I mean,
No, second.
that was Josh Downs this year.
No, right, but that was Josh Downs as a rookie.
No,
No.
second year.
Josh Downs is a second or third year player. Second,
he's going into his third year.
going into his third year. Yeah,
Did he get hurt year one?
I don't
I
think
don't remember
so.
him playing a lot.
Yeah, he played 14. No, he didn't get hurt.
I mean, no.
He didn't. No.
Their offense was just horrible.
That's valid.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, 0. He had 0 touchdowns, Pollard, through the air this year. So he had 13, a little over 1,300 yards, 5 touchdowns on the year.
So what is that? Where's my calculator at? So 238 divided by 41 catches, 5.8 yards per catch.
You
So
gotta
it's
test that.
all
That's right here.
shorter. It's all dump off stuff. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, 1,000 yards for a running back is good. I mean, 800 for a receiver is good. They got the same amount of touchdowns. I don't know. What's the
I mean,
title
Downs
here?
is wide receiver
Kinda-
too, technically, right?
Downs is wide
On
receiver
his-
3.
On his team? No.
Yeah, isn't he?
I mean, you got Pittman and Alec Pierce.
Alec Pierce is the home run hitter. That's
Or I
different.
guess
He's the
technically
long ball guy.
he's just the slot is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's the slot, but they line him up everywhere though.
Valid.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pierce is like your deep ball guy. Whereas Pittman's like your Nico. He's your short, intermediate, and he's a big body, so he can have a jump ball contested catches. But I don't know.
Pollard did miss some games last year too, though.
Yeah, but
Pollard
Downs is playing with Andrew
started-
Richardson, so that's his injury.
Pollard started 16.
Our offensive line and Will Levis, we have.
So Pollard.
Wait,
Pollard
how did we
missed
At least you
go
had a
from
good
competing
offensive
to who's
line.
the better one to now saying our teams suck? How
Yeah.
do we shift that
That's
dynamic?
because you said your guy was more important to your team when Tony Pollard was our whole offense last year.
He was, but that was out of necessity. But yeah, well, just for the sake of 1,000 yards for a running back, I'll give it to Tony Pollard, man, because that's not easy to do.
He had 53 first downs last year, so that's pretty solid too.
I don't count those bullshit stats.
That's such,
Okay. So
All
Pollard
right.
down.
What's the next stat you're gonna put? Like he's the
Hooker.
third-ranked player to have 8 receptions
Yeah.
on a Sunday
He,
when it's foggy outside.
no,
in
he's the
November.
number one player to run for over 100 yards in a game with 3 inches of hair on his left testicle. Okay.
There you go. That's
Beat that.
next gen right there. You only get those kind
I
of stats here.
had to
on
measure the hair
CPN.
myself.
They're precisely 2 millimeters long.
Okay, so we go Petrie, Grover, Pollard, Downs, Hooker.
Yep.
Pollard.
Always Downs the hooker at last.
Dang, you would have messed up that whole joke if you had put Downs.
A hooker who has hooker. Whoa, what?
A hooker with Downs?
Hmm?
Oof.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going there.
that joke.
I'm not going
So
there.
many jokes were floating. I was like, stay away from it.
Yep.
Don't do it.
No, you're not that person anymore.
All
Don't
right.
make that joke.
Honestly, it's a pretty solid lineup right here.
I do got to appeal to Quentin Nelson.
You appeal it? Is that what
You
you
should
just
have
I'm gonna
talked about it a
appeal it.
month ago, dude. That was like June 8th when we did that.
I was trying to be nice.
Okay. Well, interesting.
Well, it fits perfect because offensive linemen are always forgotten and underrated.
Yeah, that's true. Because it's all about fantasy points, and offensive line don't score crap.
Forgotten heroes. That's what we
Unless you play for the Lions.
That's true. That's true. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. There was a part of me that was like, "Oh, Zeitler, we could try and get Zeitler." That it was never gonna happen, but it was just I wanted it to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You guys
All right,
Yeah,
boys.
steal Zeitler.
I need to go to sleep. So let's
All
call
right.
this.
Gentlemen, I want to thank you all for taking time out of your busy evening to come on and talk ball, even though we're, at the slowest part of the season. But it's all about to pick up here pretty soon. July 31st is the Hall of Fame game. We've already got teams in fucking training camp. So, gentlemen.
We do right now?
Yeah.
Who started this week?
The Chargers have been in training camp. Whoever they're playing have been in training camp.
Oh, because they have the yeah.
The Superchargers.
I think it's the Lions too, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong.
And the Titans playing the Hall of Fame game.
No.
Don't you have to have a player in the Hall of
against the
Fame
Bills.
for that?
Have you heard of Warren Moon?
Shut up. He was an Oiler. He was an Oiler. We're not
Which
talking-
franchise is that?
Bro, stop living off a team that was never yours.
It's literally ours. Literally ours.
Houston Oilers. Houston Oilers.
All I'm
Houston
saying-
Oilers.
As
all
for
I'm
Warren's
saying-
going to training camp to hang out, I guarantee it's Tennessee Titans.
The city of Houston could just cut the Adams family a check and then just buy the Houston shit.
Not gonna happen.
Just
And
like,
then you can't say nothing.
just like the Browns did when the Browns left and went to Baltimore and became the Ravens. The city of Cleveland bought the Browns history.
The only way that would happen
Money talks.
is if the Adams family sold the team.
which is possible. It's not, in the cards at the moment because the new stadium and everything, but a couple bad years, maybe Amy Adams is, she's done.
That bank account starts getting a little light, a few billions less.
Yeah.
I gotta go to sleep.
All right,
Let's go.
sleepings.
Go.
Dream
Check
about
out
the Oilers.
for 2 for more of Andrew. Check out That Real Texas Team podcast. Check out everything Texans. Check out Third and Teal for everything Jaguars related. Give Isaiah a little wink for us. And then check out Justin, probably the busiest man around here right now. Kingmaker Sports, Unstable, Tag Team Talk. I think he's got an OnlyFans launching in February. So just check it all out, folks. Like, subscribe, notification bell. Be good people. Fuck the Colts.
I hate you.
And Josh Jones.